Thank you very much for visiting my channel. If not difficult, like and subscribe to my channel to always be aware of events. Thank. Britney Griner's highly publicized legal woes in Russia and the country's invasion of Ukraine has the top WNBA players opting to take their talents elsewhere this off-season. Lured by high salaries often in excess of $1 million, WNBA players have spent decades playing in Russia during the off-season to subsidize their income. That all has come to an abrupt end. Honestly, my time in Russia has been wonderful. But especially with BG still wrongfully detained there, nobody's going to go there until she's home, said Brianna Stewart, a Griner teammate on the Russian team that paid the duo millions. I think that, now, people want to go overseas, and if the money is not much different, they want to be in a better place. Griner was arrested in February, then detained and later convicted on drug possession charges amid Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Griner was sentenced last month to 9 years in prison. Now, Stewart and other WNBA All-Stars, including Jonquel Jones and Courtney Vandersloot, who also have made millions of dollars playing in Russia, are going elsewhere this winter. All three played for Ekaterinburg, the same Russian team as Griner. That club won 5 EuroLeague titles in the past 8 seasons and has been dominant for nearly 2 decades, with former greats Delisha Milton-Jones and Diana Taurasi playing there. Chicago Sky guard Courtney Vandersloot drives to the basket as Connecticut Sun guard Natisha Hiedeman, right, defends during Game 4 of a WNBA basketball playoff semifinal Tuesday, September 6, 2022. In Uncasville, Con. App photo, Jessica Hill. Nearly a dozen WNBA players competed in Russia last winter, and none of them are heading back this year. After the World Cup tournament, Stewart is going to Turkey to play for Fenerbahce. Top players can make a few $100,000 playing in Turkey, much less than their Russian salaries. Playing in Turkey also allows Stewart to be closer to her wife's family in Spain. You want to have a better lifestyle, a better off-the-court experience, and just continue to appreciate other countries, Stewart said. Like Stewart, Vandersloot also isn't headed back to Russia, choosing to play in Hungary, where she obtained citizenship in 2016. I am Hungarian. I thought it would be special since I haven't played there since I got the citizenship, Vandersloot said.